President Donald Trump has made his return to the United Nations with an hour-long speech that actually got some genuine laughs from the UN delegates at certain points, intentionally in fact. When he got to the podium, the teleprompter didn't work, and he joked about it. It was a lighthearted moment, but then he launched into a speech filled with familiar tropes, swipes at the previous administration, bashing his own country during the time that he was out of office, and really laying into foreign countries, mostly European countries, for being too welcoming to migrants. He warned that countries that allow what he called unchecked migration are going to hell, singling out Europe for this and really calling for countries to police their borders and not allow refugees to flee the global south, the third world, whatever you want to call it, mostly non-white countries, and come to Europe. It was not an openly racist speech, but the gist of it was grounded in the great replacement theory that is popular with many of the president's supporters. The president also took aim at efforts to combat climate change by most of the UN member states. He bragged about having taken the US out of the Paris Climate Accords, which of course he complains is driven by a conspiracy to hurt Western industrialized countries and benefit less industrialized countries, and even some big countries such as China. And he also bragged about his efforts to end what he calls the 7 wars that he has solved since coming into office. Notably, he said he doesn't need the Nobel Peace Prize. Of course, he's long coveted that because it was awarded to former President Barack Obama at the start of his first term. And he really had a message for the rest of the world, which was, I am your only hope, adopt my policies, be harsher to migrants, double down on fossil fuels. It's the only way to save your countries. It didn't go over so well in the room. Delegates were bored. The speech was an hour long, and by the end of it, you had a lot of them shuffling papers, looking at their phones, talking to the people next to them, and really waiting for it to be over. And when it was over, there were applause, but they were pretty muted. It was more of an applause for him being done rather than from what he had said. For the Independent at UN headquarters, I'm Andrew Feinberg.